Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Kit and Kajira Gaming. Welcome if you are new, you can call me KK. And we are on the Frosted Floating Island. Now, the floating islands were added to DLV this past Wednesday, sometime in mid-December. And these islands are massive. And when I say massive, I mean absolutely massive. These islands, from what I can remember, are each 130 by 130. That is an entire biome size. And I'm going to decorate it all here right now. And we are going to make a Whoville inspired floating island. Now, from what I have heard and honestly what I've seen while building this island, I don't see an item limit on these islands. Now, each island does cost 15,000 Dreamlight to unlock. So if you guys are needing some extra Dreamlight, be sure to check out the description box down below and join those two Facebook groups. More information on that at the end of this video. Let's go ahead and let's get building. Decided to start this build off with Mount Crumpet. Now, you guys probably very quickly saw the little pop-up that came up. It was basically just telling me, hey, you have this house placed somewhere else. Do you want to move it? So if you are moving your character houses, you will have to select yes, or they will not come up here onto the island. I am just taking a bunch of large size frosted heights rocks and just kind of trying to make this look as mountainy as possible. I really hope eventually at some point maybe DLV will give us some sort of terraforming tool. That would be pretty awesome. Although I feel like given the nature of the game, it's probably going to be a little bit harder for them to do it, especially with all of the in-game events that they end up hosting. While we are working on our speed build, I did want to give you guys just a little bit of a life and channel update. Now, I do keep my life pretty private, but I'm sure as you guys can tell, I've really only been doing lives, and the lives are very sporadic recently. My job has gone completely bananas, and it happens every year between my job, my quote unquote 9 to 5, which if you guys follow me on stream, no, it's not really a 9 to 5. It's like 2 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monday through Friday kind of job. But my candle shop business that I own with my sister ends up becoming super hectic around the holidays starting in October, and we don't get a break until January. So we are constantly doing vendor markets, creating new products, and everything that is involved with owning a small business. So unfortunately, my streaming content and my filming does have to go on the back burner, but I do honestly miss it. Another also little side note is this entire build took me over 2 hours, so this is going to be one of my more longer speed builds. But that's basically the update I had. I'm going to shut up now and just have you guys enjoy some beautiful Yule music while we create Mount Crumpet. Now, I ended up taking this Main Street Confectionery player house that you could get from the premium shop. I haven't seen it come back since its released a little bit ago, and I grabbed Vanellope out of my Forgotten Lands, and I thought it was just perfect to add a tiny little courtyard foodie place district over here in Whoville. Now, like I said, this is inspired by Whoville. It's not exactly Whoville, but I am trying my hardest to keep everything all bright and cheery and as Christmassy as possible. So there's going to be a ton of Christmas decor everywhere, both from the festive holidays Star Path, I think is what it was called, as well as some of the Royal Winters, and basically anything Christmas that DLV has thrown in the game is going to throw up on this island. Now, I absolutely adore the fact that they have finally listened to all of us players and have made all of the items be able to rotate on an axis. This is just so game changing. There's just so many things you can do. Now, the only thing that sucks is if you accidentally turn it one click too far, you have to start all over again, and you're kind of SOL with keeping things aligned. If you click one click too far, you're gonna have to keep spinning it around until it hits the way you want to. Now, in this courtyard, we of course have a Santa Claus's chair up there with a little stool, and I ended up putting the piston cup up there kind of as the present cheermeister award thing up there. It was just something I kind of wanted to add a little Easter egg. The pathway that you see me using a lot of is the snowy brick pathway, but it's the lined snowy brick. And then I used the regular snowy brick over in Mount Crumpet, which I think from this whole build, it's probably my favorite. Over in the opposite corner of the island, I did add a little like housing area. So I used the house from up, and then I also used Charlotte LeBeouf's mansion, I think is the one. Yeah, the LeBeouf mansion is the one I ended up using. I wish we could put Christmas lights on these things, kind of like we do in The Sims. And now I know they have the Winter Palace, which I absolutely abhor. I don't like it. And they also have the Haunted Mansion, Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion, that's got Christmas lights on it. But I don't think it really fits the vibe that I'm going for up here. Now, in the corner right next to our little food court area, I took some of our rides. So I have the teacup ride because it's just so pastel and just kind of reminds me of candy. And I took these two Christmas Winterland carousel things from Nightmare Before Christmas and put them here as well and lined them with some of these festive candy cane fence pieces. Please tell me why these two Christmas carousel and Christmas train things are listed as Nightmare Before Christmas. Neither one of them are really Nightmare Before Christmassy themed. They're very Christmas adjacent. I feel like they should have probably added some sort of Nightmare Before Christmas touch to it to put it in that category, but what are you gonna do? Now, these are currently available in the limited time section of Dreamlight Valley as of December 12th. They will be going away on the 17th. So if you are wanting to grab that little Christmas decoration set, be sure to grab it right away. My decoration process through this whole thing is very sporadic. Trying to edit this video was definitely a feat because I did not decorate every part in order that you're seeing. I would run and go do something else and then decorate that little part a little bit and then come back and do something else. So what you guys are seeing is the amalgamation of literally everything, but I tried to keep it a little more cohesive by at least keeping each section together. This is, I think, the first time where when I have been decorating something, I was all over the place. The expanse of these islands is a lot more daunting than I thought it would be in trying to decorate these things all at once. So I think the next time I do decide to decorate an island, I don't think I'm going to do it the way I did it here. I think I'll probably just do like I do with the biomes and just decorate a little bit at a time. Now, over by the Toontown Fire Station over here, I decided to add the stage and just some gingerbread chairs and a holiday cheer tree and some lights, kind of as a nod to when the mayor was announcing the holiday cheermeister, where they had that giant stage and all of that. And I kind of tried to just decorate it a little bit more and just make this area festive. It wasn't by a fire station in any of the Grinch movies, but I loved the cartoon and playfulness of this firehouse. This was a premium shop item a while ago, and I unfortunately haven't seen it come back since its release. Now, I do have a couple of other previous Star Path items like this ice rink. There's also the Madrigal blanket item over here and the hot cocoa stand, which was released again about 2 weeks ago. And I just created this little ice skating rink over here and just started adding some of these snowmen. The snowmen you can craft at your crafting station. I do believe it's just sticks, coal, and some snowballs to make them, and then depending on which variation you want, you'll either need like a ruby or fabric or something like that. But they are super simple and cheap to make in the crafting station. I wanted to create a little party area, so I took this stellar DJ booth, which I also believe you can craft in your crafting station, and these little decor floor tiles. These are the dance tiles that were in the nightlife star path that just happened, and I've never used them before, and I love that the lights are kind of like changing constantly like a real dance floor. I think it's cute. And I'm just taking some of these giant ornaments which were a part of the star path last year. Now, the lollipops and these candy cane trees you do get from one of Vanellope's quest line, and unfortunately from the last time I checked, which was probably a year ago, you cannot purchase more. Please let me know in the comments down below if you actually can purchase more of these candy canes and the lollipops, because I would love to add more to this build. Now, the little houses over here, like I said, I did want to create kind of like a little housing development. So I just used Stitch's BRB, and then I used Vanellope's cookie car, which you can buy extras of in Scrooge's shop. So I'm very excited we can get extras of those, but I don't really use them much. I think they look super adorable in this Whoville inspired area. I did take the asphalt pathing to kind of make it look like a driveway, and then I just surrounded it with some trees and other holiday decor. I kind of imagine the LaBeouf mansion as the, oh my gosh, what is her name? Martha May Who. I kind of imagined the LaBeouf mansion as Martha May Who's house, which is why I kind of wished that we could add Christmas lights or something to the house. And then the up house, I kind of envisioned it like Cindy Lou's house. Does it look anything like either of their houses? No. Am I going to pretend that it does? Probably not. But I do like how they do look over in that little corner. And here's my ADHD spiral again, going back and forth everywhere. And that super fancy crafting bench you saw me put in front of the LaBeouf house is from this current star path, the Frost Fairies star path. I love all of their winter collection here, and I am aiming to get as many of those little crystals as possible so that I could also get the bonus ones as well, which come in green. Now, for those of you that don't know the origin of the Oak and Holly King, it is a mythological story about these two mythological beings. One is the Oak King, one is the Holly King, that fight for the transition of the seasons. So the Oak King is spring and summer, and the Holly King is fall and winter. And to me, these are both very Oak and Holly King coded. Now, this is it. This is my 2-hour speed build chopped down into 20-30 minutes. Let me know what you guys think down below on how I chopped it down. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a tour of Whoville, starting with the little courtyard area. But first, of course, we do need to do a quick little pan around. I think this is adorable. I am loving the Christmas Yule vibes up here, and bringing one of my favorite Christmas movies to life as best as I could in the DLV was so much fun. I kind of wish we had more traditional red and green items, because I was having a little bit of a decoration meltdown with the Star Path items from last year being these beautiful blues and silvers and whites, and then the other Christmassy items being just your traditional red and green. So I tried my best to make them mesh well, and I hope it came through. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to tour this way over into our little carousel area. These two towers right here are It's a Small World Tower. They come back into the premium shop quite a lot. I did put Olaf's permafrost dotted all around the land as much as I could. And then I put this Alice in Wonderland fountain. It was from one of the premium shop items, I think in the summer or spring, and I thought it just kind of looked like gumdrops, so I thought it was the perfect fit here in the little section where we have all of our rides. Now, the teacup ride you can actually ride. However, this little train and then the carousel behind me you cannot, but you can turn this train on and it'll just go around the tracks. So cute. Now again, this train track and the carousel behind me that I passed are currently available in the premium shop, and they will be available until the 17th of December, and they are 20% off, so be sure to hop on over to that premium store and grab them before they disappear. Hello, little snowman family. You'll see a bunch of snowmen and these polar bears floating around, and we are going to tour this little area. I don't know what I was thinking. I just, cold bonfire. Ice chair is probably not the best. They're probably going to melt, but you know what? This is DLV magic, and that thing just doesn't happen here. This is the gazebo that you get from the current Star Path of Frosted Fairies, and I am absolutely in love with this entire Star Path. I really am. I want more of this type of stuff. I did create a nice little cozy seating area over here by one of the ice skating rinks. It is dual-sided, so of course there is a fireplace and a cozy seating spot. Here we are in front of the LaBeouf Mansion, aka Martha May Huvier's house, and this is my favorite new little crafting station. I'm going to put that one everywhere. The Up House, I think, is probably one of my favorite animated houses that DLV has made. When you walk close to the house, it comes back to the ground, but when you walk away, it goes back up into the air. And here is the other side with that permafrost and our little polar bear friend kind of peeking up on us with our ice skating rink. Let's head back into the main part of town and check out everything over there. We're going to come back to the junction of the pathway where the well is. I just left it in the center. You can move it. I just left it where it was. And as we come off one of the junctions, we have the dance floor, which you can walk on, which is fantastic because in the Nightlife Star Path, they gave us a concert stage that you can't do anything with unless you interact with it, but once you move, you're off of the stage. Very poor designing. And here we are in the confectionery area. We have Vanellope's house and a little place for Santa and all the presents for the good little Whovians. And we have a bunch of sleighs everywhere. Absolutely love this, especially with the holiday chairs. I did put some presents, buckets of candy, and then over here with our little hot cocoa stand, I did put one of these little like wizard Mickey mannequins you can get it from the Scrooge shop as our little Whovian who is serving us hot cocoa. We're gonna follow the pathway around over towards the stage area and another one of our ice skating rinks, and this is what we've got over on this side. We just have this beautiful little stage area. Look at how well the sun lit up this area. So stunning. And I did dot fireflies everywhere. I think I'll possibly come back up here with more fireflies, but I had hit my cap on the Scrooge shop for this build, so I wasn't able to get more, but I think I might come back up again with some more of these fireflies because they just add that very magical effect. And now we're going to tour Mount Crumpet. So we're going to go through this giant root arch. This root arch is found in the tree section, I believe, or it's in the underbrush, but it is a part of base game. And as you can tell, we have lots of trash. We have snot rags from Mike on one of the Monsters Inc. quest line. We have dirty socks, which you can get from the Scrooge shop, and we have a cooler, a random alarm clock, and I did put some of these wrought iron lamps that casted a green glow to them in here, so that when it's nighttime, it kind of adds a little bit of a spooky Mount Crumpet vibe as well. This is the Frosted Fortress Premium House. I haven't seen it come back in a while, but it is a premium shop house. And there we have it, guys. My first ever fully decorated floating island. And just in time for the winter holiday season, we have Whoville on the Frosted Island. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this build. Have you started decorating any of your floating islands yet? And do you have any ideas? If you guys would like to see me do a very particular style of build on one of these islands, let me know in the comments down below as well, and I will try to make it happen the very best I can. I do own almost every premium shop house that has been in the premium shop, so we will see what I can get up to. I love these. I love that they don't have any limit to them. I love that we can add more and more. It's about time that DLV gave us more space with all of the stuff that they've been giving us. If you guys are wanting to keep up with me, be sure to check the description box down below for all of my social media accounts. That's Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. If live streams are more your thing, be sure to click the follow button over on Twitch and definitely join that Discord where I do post when I do stream. I will eventually get back to a normal streaming schedule, but today is not that day and tomorrow is not looking like it either. While you're also down in that description box, be sure to check out those 2 amazing Facebook groups I mentioned at the beginning of this video. One is Dreamlight Valley Adults After Dark, and the other one is Disney Dreamlight Gamers. Both groups are so fantastic and so kind and so wonderful. Adults After Dark is 21 and up, so we get a tad bit spicy in there and a little bit snarky, whereas Dreamlight Gamers is a little more family friendly. We host various giveaways, games, we have contests, and so much more. And if you're ever needing any sort of crafting material, you can always just request it in the group, and either an admin or one of our other lovely members will definitely help you out. Now, don't forget to give this video a great big thumbs up. It really and truly does help me in the algorithm. And if you do enjoy this type of content, including all other cozy game content, be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll go ding in your inbox every time I post. I'm a small-time content creator looking to grow her channel in 2024, and I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. It's been a long time coming back to filming some YouTube videos, and I'm so glad you were here. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!